Hello and welcome, I'm Mike once again without my buddy Mark because of reasons. Now welcome to my WWE Battleground 2013 review. And just to get out of the way, I am not going to review the pre-show because of reasons, so don't come crying to me that, oh, you forgot to review the pre-show. Dolph Ziggler versus David Sandow, because that was part of the match. Alright. Because I'm just not gonna review the fucking pre-show. Alright, bitches and assholes. Now that we've got the formal introduction out of the way, let's get reviewing. Alright, so first I'm gonna start up with the ladies first because I'm such a gentleman. Not really, but just for the sake of it. AJ Lee defeated Brie Bella to retain the Divas Championship. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This division will not be as great as it once was. That's not just a mere opinion, it's fact. I mean, sure, we still have some talented divas like Natalya and AJ, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Unless you count Layla and Caitlyn, but they're not doing anything at the moment either, so they don't count either. The golden era of the Divas division, as Trish Stratus best called it, is gone. It needs to come back. I am sick and tired of divas pretending to be wrestling when they're really like fucking models or some shit like that. I don't know. But they're not wrestlers. They weren't trained to be wrestlers. Well, maybe they were, but they were trained really shit. I'm sick of these no talent hacks like the Bellas, the Funkadactyls, Aksana, and all of them other model type wannabe wrestlers. I'm not even gonna talk about the divas anymore, and I'm not even gonna talk about this match because it's just so fucking painful. AJ versus Brie Bella, 0 out of 10, worthless. Piece of shit. Not watching it again. Next match, the Real Americans, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, defeated Santino Marella and the Great Khali. We, the people. I was wrong about this match. Can you believe that? I was actually wrong about the outcome of this match. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we, the people, prevailed once again. Maybe with this win, the Real Americans are going to finally get a push. Hopefully. Oh, and that giant swing on Khali by Antonio Cesaro was fucking amazing. JBL made it even more worth watching with his amazing commentary. I just found it funny at the end when he said, great, now do it a hornswoggle. Because the moment he said that, I just burst out laughing my balls off because you know how I fucking hate hornswoggle. If you have no clue, go watch our hornswoggle rant, will ya? Anyways, as for the match, I was actually unimpressed. The only reason I was actually unimpressed by this match. The Real Americans carried it, and they also stopped me from giving this match a low rating. So, Real Americans versus Santino and Khali, 3 out of 10. Some cool spots, but overall not really good. Only reason I didn't give it a 1 because the Real Americans carried and won the match, and plus the Cesaro swing on Khali. Alright, next up we have Curtis Axel defeated R-Truth to retain the Intercontinental title. Next match, we have World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio defeated Rob Van Dam via the cross-arm breaker in a hardcore match to retain the title. Remember I said in my predictions video that I was excited for this match and I thought that this match was going to be match of the night? This hardcore match didn't disappoint. I am upset that RVD didn't win, but I knew it was coming, so it's no big deal. Besides, RVD's taking like a 90-day break, remember? He'll be back. The match itself was fucking amazing. A lot of cool spots. RVD missing the rolling thunder and landing on the ladder being one of them. As well as, not RVD, Del Rio hitting a double foot stomp with a ladder on top of Van Dam. Van Dam doing a moonsault off the fucking barricade and all that good shit. One thing that really bugged me was that Lillian Garcia still introduced Del Rio in Spanish. Well, this may suit Del Rio's Mexican character and all that crap. I just don't like it. Introduce a wrestler in English, for fuck's sake. Anyway, this was match of the night and you should fucking see it. Lots of cool spots. May not be the best hardcore match of all time, but hey, it's still a hardcore match. Better than John Cena's puny shit, so don't you fucking complain. Alberto Del Rio versus Rob Van Dam, 8 out of 10, match of the night. Fair few flaws, but it's flawless compared to the other crap of this waste of a pay-per-view. Alright, next match we have is CM Punk defeated Ryback. Again! Ha! Cryback. Anyway, this match wasn't really all too bad. I thought it was going to be shit. Believe me, I actually thought this match was going to be shit. But it wasn't. Anyway, I thought this was going to be a somewhat slow, mundane, boring ass piece of crap, but that wasn't the case. Thank fuck. Punk doing his usual thing in the ring, as usual, being a boss, and Ryback doing his own shit in the ring, as usual, being a boring ass steroid junkie piece of shit. Not really a whole shit ton of back and forth offense. Some back and forth, but just not a shit ton of it, which was quite fucking disappointing. Some good moments, but just not enough to surpass Del Rio versus RVD. This match was medium at its best. Not the worst, not the best. CM Punk versus Ryback, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. Not a bad match, let it pass. Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Wait, did I read that right? Did I read that right? Yeah. Cody Rhodes and Goldust defeated The Shield. Goldust and Cody Rhodes finally got their jobs back. Hooray! Woo! I'm happy that the Rhodes boys won. That means I get to see Cody back in the ring and hear his entrance theme song again. Hooray! Enough of that. Anyway, this match was actually better than the other tag team match, and that's ironic because for the Real Americans tag team match, I showed a hell of a lot more enthusiasm. Anyway, Cody Rhodes was, as usual, kicking ass in the ring because he's a fucking boss. Don't you question my fucking logic? And Goldust wasn't really too bad either. The only thing that really bugged me about this match, besides from that fat fuck, aside from that fat fuck Dusty Rhodes being at ringside, was that no Dean Ambrose. Sorry about that. But okay, Dean Ambrose was at ringside, but he was not in the ring, and that pisses me off because Dean Ambrose is a fucking great wrestler. Anyway, not a bad match. Better than the Punk Ryback match. Glad that Cody and Goldust got their jobs back, and all is good. Next up is Bray Wyatt defeated Kofi Kingston. Right on. Before Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton got started, there was a fucking power cut during the fucking pay-per-view. I know, bullshit, ain't it? What was this, like the first time we had a power cut? Anyway. How can you have a fucking power cut happen on a fucking pay-per-view? What? No, that's not good for business. But thankfully we didn't miss much of as the power got back on just when Bryan and Orton were getting underway. Me and my buddy, this is I just remember this while I'm talking about this. Me and my buddy Martha are actually having what you'd call a friendly feud, because we're both taking different sides of this Corporation 2.0 storyline. He's siding with Daniel Bryan and his allied forces, whereas me, I'm backing Randy Orton and the Corporation. Don't question the fucking logic. It's kind of like the Marvel Civil War storyline. If you don't know about it, look it up. Except without friendships being torn apart. Anyway, this match was okay, to put it best. I mean, sure, Daniel Bryan's a boss in the ring and all that, and so is Orton, but I just felt it was like nothing special out of this match. Like, everything was the same. Typical Randy Orton slow predator style of wrestling, and Daniel Bryan speeding things up and momentum was shifting towards him. Basically more or less a rehash of their match at Night of Champions. This match wasn't like god awful, it wasn't like unwatchable, it wasn't like a piece of shit. Sorry, I coughed there. This match wasn't a piece of shit, don't get me wrong, but the ending was, like, seriously, the ending was one of the most bullshit endings I've ever seen on the main event of a pay-per-view. Big Show comes out and basically knocks out everyone. Yep, that is it. Bullshit, ain't it? Yeah, bullshit. I'll have no choice but to give this a low rating simply because the ending was so dumb and was such bullshit. Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton, 3 out of 10, nothing special, felt the same as Night of Champions matchup, except with a plus a bullshit ending. Overall pay-per-view rating, 4 out of 10. What a letdown. I was excited for this pay-per-view. One great match and one great match outcome, plus a fucking power cut, and no Wade Barrett or Dean Ambrose. I actually meant to play that clip when I was talking about Bryan and Orton and their match at Battleground anyway. Anyway, alright, this is a question to you. Do I think that this pay-per-view was any good? No! No, it wasn't. Was the ending any better of Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton? No! No, it wasn't. And last but not least, was the Divas match any good? No! No, it wasn't. What the fuck's this? Like the 4th time I've coughed in this review? Anyway, I'm sorry if this review is being somewhat shit. I've kind of had to rush it a little bit, so I apologize if it's not in full detail and all that crap. This is Mike, and once again, without my buddy Marth, signing out. Peace.